G'day my YouTube friends, how's everyone going? My name's Caroline and this is going to be a special edition of Carocash Collects. This is where I'm going to be talking about some items relating to Queen Elizabeth II. So if you're interested in watching, let's get into it. Alright, so normally I show coins and I show banknotes on these Carocash Collect segments, and I am going to do that. I'm going to show you some coins that I have, but I wanted to show you as well something that I bought about, I want to say 5 to 7 years ago off eBay. And be very wary of eBay prices at the moment. You know, with the passing of the Queen, there's a lot of things on there. All her memorabilia are being sold for ridiculous prices, and FOMO, don't let it get to you because things will come back down. Everything's just very hyped at the moment. So please just be wary. I don't want you guys going on there and buying stuff and overpaying for things. But I do have this, and this is something that I imagine was printed in the thousands. I don't think this is rare. I can't find anywhere online the actual amount of how many of these were printed. I couldn't find it. Upon my research, I couldn't find it. But don't be fooled, don't think this is super rare, because I've seen quite a few online listed for sale now. But this is the Coronation of Her Majesty the Queen Elizabeth II, and this is the approved souvenir program that was available at the time of her coronation. So like we would go to today and go and buy a paper or a magazine, this is what people purchased at the time of her coronation. And this is the approved one, and this cost 2 shillings and 6 pence, which in today's money, by using one of those online calculators, it works out to be about $4.28. So you know, it's pretty much probably what you would pay for a paper nowadays. But I just wanted to show you because I just think this is beautiful. It's all black and white inside, and they obviously spent all the money on the cover, because this is not only is it colored, there's some embossing and debossing on here, so it's a print technique. It's really quite nice. And then here inside, it's just, I'll just flick through, and if you want to pause and try and read it on the screen, you can, but I'll just flick through because there are a couple of really nice photos of the Queen and also the Duke of Edinburgh. And obviously here we've got Princess Anne and Prince Charles. Here's a beautiful shot of the Queen Mother, the Queen's sister, and the Princess Royale. And then you've got the Duke of Gloucester as a forward. It's beautiful. I just love the traditional design of it as well. Here there's a bit of information about the Queen and her history to that date, which is just great to see. And then you've got the coronation procession, and it explains all of that. So it's very text heavy, and it's a lot of names and explaining who everyone is. Then the middle opens up to this beautiful map. I absolutely love the design of this, and it shows you the procession of the coronation, where it starts, where it ends. And I love this because I've visited London and I've walked all of this, and it's just such a beautiful city to walk around. Every corner there's so much tradition and history. And then here's all the staff and the chaplains, and the beautiful shot of Westminster Abbey. And if you ever get the chance to visit London, definitely visit that church. That's amazing. So St. Paul's, we also went there, but in that Westminster you also see the King Edward's chair, which is where all the kings and queens have used for their coronation services. It's beautiful. And then we also went to Tower London, where all the Queen's jewels and all the previous monarchs' jewels were on show. It's beautiful. And here's the actual service, the breakdown of it, and all the different stages to it. It's very text heavy. And then at the end, this is what I love. It ends with a Gino table where it shows the descent of the crown. So it starts with William the Conqueror and all the way down to Queen Elizabeth II. And it even shows you the different house breakdown. So that, you know, from the House of Tudor to the House of Stuart to the House of Hanovers, and then obviously now we're in the House of Windsor, but prior it was the Saxe-Coburg, and that changed due to the World War. That's interesting, and I just love the history. Whether you're a royalist or not, whether you believe in the monarchy or not, that's fine, each to their own, but I just love the tradition aspect of it. Like when you go to London, it's almost like a tourist attraction to go visit Buckingham Palace, and you just feel like it's so cool. And I just love anything to do with history. That's why I love doing this. This is why I love collecting coins. The history is what wins me over every time. All right, so next up, before I do that, let's do a Pepsi cheers. And then I want to talk about 3 coins in particular that you can find in your change that commemorate the Queen. So there's been so many coins that you can purchase from the mint that are specially made, that aren't meant for circulation but for keepsake. There's so many of them, you know, from her birthdays to certain anniversaries. You can get all of them, but the ones that have only been minted for circulation are the ones I'm going to show you, because they're ones that you can find in your change. If you find any other one in your change that's not meant for circulation, well then that's just lucky, because that means someone's purchased one of these packs, opened it and put it in their change and spent it. They were never meant for circulation, but the 3 I'm going to show you were meant for circulation. And I am going to start off with the 1977 50-cent coin, which commemorates her 25th year on the throne, which is known as a Silver Jubilee. Now, this coin I've gotten plenty of times. This is 25 million minted, but you know, it's still a beautiful coin. I'm not finding them as much as I used to, so I don't know if that's just people holding them back now, or you know, once coins get pretty damaged, they keep them and they put in new ones instead. So these are getting harder to find, but they're not rare by any means with the 25 million mint mark. But it's a beautiful coin nonetheless. I think the intricate design showing the 25 overlapping crowns on the back is just beautiful. So if you do find one of them, I suggest holding them back. All right, next up is the 2000 50-cent coin. Now this was to commemorate the royal visit of that year. Now the cool thing about this coin is that this portrait of the Queen was only ever shown on this coin this year. So in 1996, the RAM invited people to submit designs of Her Majesty, but the RAM's in-house designer at the time, Vladimir Gottwald, submitted this design and was among the final 3 viewed by the Queen herself for approval, but as we know, the Ian Rank Broadley, which is the IRB, he was the successful one, but this one was approved just for this coin, which I thought is really, really interesting, really cool fun fact. And then the reverse features a flagpole that is shown at Parliament House in Canberra, and it's flying the Australian flag. And it also has a small St Edward's crown just here to the right with the words Royal Visit 2000 underneath. Now this coin is a lot less in mint. This is only 5.1 million, so I've struggled to find these. Like, very, very rare do I find these. When I do, I hold them back. I think I have about 4 in my collection, so they are harder and harder to find. So if you see one of these, definitely keep these, because these are low minted. And I know it's still millions when you say 5.1 million, but when 50-cent coins are normally minted around 20 plus million, it's low mint. All right, and the next coin is the second most popular $2 coin, a colored $2 coin, and it's from the year 2013. And once I turn it over, you're probably going to recognize it. So this is what's known as the purple Coro, or it's the purple Coronation. So this $2 coin was released by the Mint in 2013, and it's the second $2 colored coin put into circulation by the RAM, and it celebrates the Queen's 60th anniversary of her coronation. And this is a beautiful, beautiful coin. This has got to be one of my most favorite coins just because of the color. I love the purple. I love the crown in the middle. It's just a simple but beautiful design, and the purple. And a fun fact, a lot of people don't realize why purple why do they always use purple when it's related to the kings and queens? And that is because at the time, purple was a very, very expensive dye back in the day to purchase, to use, and so it was a sign of stature, of regalness. So that's why purple is commonly used and associated with the kings and queens. But this coin is less than $1 million. So this is 995,000 minted. These are very rare. These sell anywhere and upwards of $60. So if you find one in your change, you can turn $2 into $60, easy. And the better the condition, you can even fetch over 100. It is crazy what these $2 coin, the $2 coin market at the moment is just going crazy. And this being with the Queen recently passing, this coin is just going to grow and grow in value. So it's definitely one to keep an eye out for if you do get it. And that's why I have mine in a plastic PVC free capsule, because I like to keep my coins, colored coins, in as best condition as you can, because once you put them in with other coins, this paint easily chips. All right, so that's where I would end this, but I do want to show 2 more coins, because, you know, with Prince Charles, you know, expected to start appearing, King Charles is expected to start appearing on our coins next year from 2023, and he will be facing left. And I've explained this in my past videos, that from each sovereign they face different positions out of respect. This is not the first time he's featured on our coins. While he was a prince at the time, he has featured on the 1981 50-cent coin. And this was to commemorate the Prince of Wales and Lady Diana marriage. And while we know that didn't last, this coin is still a lovely coin. I love the side profiles. I love that he's already facing left, like they're expecting him to face left in this next, once he becomes king on our coins. But it's just a really cool coin. These are 20 million minted, so, you know, again, I see these quite often, but I would start holding these back if you do find one, because it's getting an older coin. It's very hard to find them in excellent condition, and it's just a lovely coin, especially one with Diana too. I really like Diana. So that's the 50-cent coin. And then one last coin that I want to share and show is the 20-cent 2011 coin that commemorates Prince William and Catherine Middleton's marriage. Just, you know, keeping with royal tradition. I know this is more about the Queen, but these are the 2 next sovereigns that are, you know, next in line, so I wanted to show those off. So this is just, yeah, it's a great coin. I hardly see these anymore, even though there is a mintage of 10 million. It's still, yeah, a really, really cool coin. I love finding this one, and I think I've only got about 4 of these as well. Like, I don't find them very often. But yeah, there are the coins that I wanted to share and show with you. So definitely keep an eye out for these coins. Obviously, the $2 coin being most priority of if you wanted to find something of value. But these are just some really cool coins that you can find in circulation, so you can have a little piece of the Queen to keep for memorabilia sake. But yeah, I hope you really enjoyed this video. I wasn't quite sure what to do. I wanted to do something to share what I have of the Queen, so I hope you like this. I know it's been a bit different to what I've normally shown, but I hope you liked it nonetheless. And yeah, Pepsi cheers to you. And I hope wherever you are, you're having a happy Wednesday. Comment down below if you do have any of these coins in your collection, or if you do have a copy of one of these official programs, let me know. And yeah, take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now. Bye.